In 1916, France and Germany fought a battle that was never meant to be won. It was meant to be endured. This was Verdun, and behind its famous slogan, "They shall not pass," was a reality far darker than the myth. The German plan was simple. They would not attack everywhere. They would attack one place, a place the French could not afford to lose. Verdun, a ring of old forts along the Meuse River, heavy with symbolism and light on modern defenses. German commanders believed if they struck Verdun hard enough, France would be forced to pour in men, and those men would be destroyed. The goal was not territory. It was exhaustion, to bleed France dry. On February 21st, 1916, the sky above Verdun exploded. For hours, German artillery pounded the French lines without pause. Shells fell so close together that the ground stopped looking like earth. It became a shifting surface of mud, steel, and bone. Trees vanished. Trenches collapsed. Landmarks disappeared. Survivors later said, the landscape looked like the surface of the moon. When the shelling lifted, German infantry advanced. Many French soldiers were already dead. Others were buried alive, unable to move, unable to scream. Those who survived were not prepared to fight. They were prepared to endure. The phrase, "they shall not pass," became the symbol of Verdun. But the truth was more complicated. French lines did break. Positions were lost. Forts fell. The famous Fort Douaumont, supposedly impregnable, was captured almost without a fight. The myth says the French stood firm. The reality is they were rotated, relentlessly. A single road kept Verdun alive. The Voie Sacrée, day and night. Trucks moved forward with men and ammunition, and returned with the wounded and the dead. French soldiers called it the road of life, but many only traveled it once. Verdun became a factory of suffering. Men lived underground for weeks, in darkness, in filth, in constant fear. Rats fed on corpses. The dead were used as walls. Shell shock shattered minds. Long before bodies were destroyed, some soldiers went blind, without losing their eyes. Others stopped speaking entirely. "They shall not pass" did not mean victory. It meant endurance. French units were rotated so frequently that nearly every soldier in the French army passed through Verdun at some point. Survival became a matter of chance, not bravery, not skill. The Germans suffered too. Their men endured the same shellfire, the same mud, the same psychological collapse. Entire units were reduced to shadows. Commanders began to realize they were bleeding themselves as well. Verdun was consuming both sides. By December 1916, after 10 months of fighting, the battle ended. The front lines were nearly where they had begun. No decisive victory. No breakthrough. Only loss. Around 700,000 casualties. Dead, wounded, broken. Verdun did not prove that men could not pass. It proved that men could be destroyed without moving at all. The slogan survived. The myth endured. But the soldiers carried something else. Memories of endless shelling. Buried friends. A battlefield that never allowed escape. Verdun was not a triumph. It was a warning of what modern war would become, when the goal was not victory, but survival.